Hey everyone, it's Sarah at Repeat Crafter Me, and today I'm going to show you how to make these adorable mini Ollie the Owl keychains using the new Bernat Velvet Mini yarn. Look how cute these tiny little balls of Bernat Velvet are. They come in, you can see this, I've already opened it, but it comes in a 20-pack box. Bernat Velvet Minis, kind of hard to see. So I've already opened it, but you have 20 beautiful colors, enough to make so many of these. I mean, honestly, I haven't weighed out the yarn yet, but I believe you can probably get at least 4, maybe 5 owls from each, pair of yarn, whichever colors you use. So I've already made 2. I want to make one here on camera so we can just walk through the tutorial together. I think I'm going to use these coordinating blues. This is Twilight and this one is Smoky Blue. Of course, you could mix and match your colors. You could do the blue and pink, turquoise and yellow, whatever you want. The pack does come with this kind of brighter yellow and of course a ball of white. There's also there's a lot of browns, and there's also this other kind of muted yellow, Soft Sunshine. Beautiful name for it. So this would be for the beak and the feet, or this one, or you know what, use whatever color you want for the beak and feet. It doesn't have to be yellow. You're going to need some Polyfil fiber stuffing, your size H crochet hook. I have a pair of black safety eyes. I think these are my, 12 millimeter, 14 millimeter maybe. Anything between 12 and 15 millimeter safety eyes will work. Grab your tapestry needle, and then I bought a pack of these key rings on Amazon. I'll leave the link. So grab this if you want to make your owl into a keychain. So I'm going to set these aside. We'll use these kind of for the finishing, and we'll start on the adorable little body. I'm going to use this for the kind of belly area here, and I am just pulling from the outside of the ball since it comes apart so easily. We are going to start with a magic ring. We are going to chain 1, and we're going to make 6 single crochets in the ring. Now I know sometimes this yarn gets a bad rap because it's just so smooth. Sometimes I've heard you see some like worming where your stitches kind of come out unraveled a little bit from each other after you've stitched it, and I have not found that happen yet. Using the single crochet stitches, my size H crochet hook, making these, it works perfectly. All right, I'm joining to that first single crochet. I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to make 2 single crochets in each stitch around. Okay, you should have 12 single crochets. Join to that first, sometimes it's hard to see. Join to your first single crochet there. And then we just have one more, come on, increase round. So we're gonna make 2 single crochets in the first, 1 single crochet in the next. 2 single crochets, 1 single crochet. Just unravel this a little more. (16, 17, 18). All right, you should have 18 single crochets. Join chain 1. Now for rounds 4 through 7, we're just going to single crochet in each stitch around. 4, 6, 18 stitches, join to that first single crochet. Just making sure I'm joining to that first one there. Chain 1, keep going, and I'm going to meet you at the end of round 7. Okay, I'm at the end of round 7. You can always count your rounds from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, and now we're going to join in the kind of darker blue yarn here. So take that label off, slides right off, grab some of this yarn. Okay, you can actually go ahead, fasten off your other color. We're going to join this in with a slip stitch. Pull that tight. Okay, and we are just going to single crochet in each stitch around for the next 4 rounds. So really easy. So you should still have a stitch count of 18, but we are just switching colors, so you will have kind of the head portion of your owl. And whatever color you use for the head, this will be the same color that you'll use for the wings as well. Okay, I'm just going to join. We're just going to keep going here. Single crochet in each stitch around. Two more rounds. Okay, one last round. Okay. Now we're just going to join to the top of that first single crochet. Okay, it should look like this for the body. Now you're going to want to leave a little bit of a long tail here. We're using this to close the top in a little bit and then also to attach our key ring. So just cutting off a long tail. And then just pull this through. I don't really want to waste any time weaving in ends, so I'm taking these loose ends from when I was switching colors, and I'm just going to knot them, and I'm not even going to clip the loose strands off. I'm just going to stuff them on the inside along with our polyfill in a minute. But first, let's add some eyes. Okay, and when you lay it flat and when you add your eyes, I like to have my loose end on an edge because we are going to be using the whip stitch to just close that top up. So it helps if it's on an edge and an end like that when you lay it flat. All right, grab some white yarn and And let's see here. It's gonna look like this. It's just a magic ring with 6 single crochets in it, and I already weaved in the ends because we are not even gonna waste our time attaching that with a tapestry needle either. All right, so I will show you in a minute what we're gonna do, but I'm just doing a magic ring, chain 1, and I'm making 6 single crochets. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Pull tight. Just using this white yarn for the eyes. Again, you could use whichever color you'd want. Okay, I'm joining, clipping off that yarn. Okay, and I'm actually just gonna weave in these ends. I've already done it on one. So I'm just making this other eye here on camera so you can see. I'll weave in this end. Sometimes you get little fuzzies with this yarn when you snip it, just because it's so soft. So soft and fluffy. Okay, that's good enough for this tutorial. I'm just clipping off those ends, getting rid of that. All right, grab your safety eyes. And I am just literally just pushing it down into the middle of that eye, okay? And now I'm taking the back. Get rid of my little fuzzies here. And about, you can do it just kind of where the yarn meets, where your 2 colors meet. I'm sticking the safety eye in there. I can see it popping through the back, or the kind of the inside of our owl, and I'm adding the backing to it. Same with the other one to lock it in place. This is why you're gonna need, your safety eyes can't be too small. It's probably about 14 or 15 millimeters, the best way to go. So I'm placing this one kind of next to it. They can even overlap a little if you want. Okay, same idea. So your safety eye is popping through. Add the backing. Push it so it snaps. And I feel like it's very secure in place. So I don't even have to worry about kind of stitching these down. And we have our eyes. Now we take a long strand of our yellow, because we're going to do the beak and the feet. Get my tapestry needle here. Okay, and I'm going to start with the beak, and I'm going to have the beak overlap these eyes a little bit. So I'm coming up kind of on the edge of one eye. I kind of like to actually get it closer to the eyeball there. Okay. Pull that through, come over to the other eye, and down. Okay, now I'm going to reach my hook down kind of to that center point. That's going to be the point. Back up to the edge here. Reach my hook down back to that middle point. Back up to that other corner. And we have our beak. Look at that. Even fills in nicely with this yarn. And our beak is done. Do not clip this off yet. Don't keep it attached is what I'm trying to say here. Because I'm kind of going to turn this upside down. I'm going to make 2 little feet. So I'm going to come down about on your second round here. Just kind of pick a spot. And we are going to just loop it around a stitch about 3 times. 2, 3, and actually back down for a 4th because I'm going to work from the inside and come back up on the other side to do that same thing. Loop it around. about 3 times. And we have, look at that, 2 cute little feet. Seriously, so cute. All right, back through the inside. This was kind of a long strand. Obviously, yours can be a little shorter than that. But again, I am just going to, and you could weave these in. I am going to take, oh, I guess I did kind of loop this funny. It's already kind of woven in. But you can take this. I don't know how these all got twisted. But, you know, you have your starting magic ring. You can knot these together. Okay, to secure them. This one already kind of got woven in. Otherwise I would have. Here, we can still knot it just to make sure it doesn't come unraveled. Okay. All right, that's good enough. I am going to clip this off a little. I don't know why I made that so long. But anyway, stuff those little loose ends that you've knotted, possibly woven in if you want, on the inside. Now take your Polyfil. I don't know, I kind of have just a nice little handful of it. Stuff it in. Might be a little too much. Let's see. Got a little fuzzy there. I think that's about good. You kind of want it to fill in the body. All right. And now, where'd my tapestry needle go? All the way over here somehow. You're gonna take this end and we're gonna stitch up the top. So I start in the corner. I'm pinching the top closed. Come on, Polyfil needs to go down there. And I'm starting by kind of looping this corner. And I like to do 3 loops on, there's my scissors, on the corners, just to get a little bit of that owl ear. And then we're just going to work our way right down the top of this. Look how nicely that closes up. And then we get to this end, and I'm also going to loop this about 3 times just to get that nice owl ear. Oh my gosh, you guys, so cute. Look at that. Okay, keep this attached. If you want to add your key ring, this is the time to do it. So I'm going to kind of come back to the middle top. Let's see, about right there. Where I'm going to want to attach this. So I take my tapestry needle just through the end, and then I'm going to kind of just loop this in a few times if I can. Here we go. Just get that attached and then weave in your ends. All right, I think that's good enough for now. Flip that off. We have our key ring attached. We got our eyes, we got our beak, we got our feet, we got our ears. And guess what? You could leave this as is, or if you want to add the little wings, we can do that now. So take that same color as whatever, you know, the top was. This is our kind of darker blue. All right. And you are just going to attach it right to the side. So I'm picking a spot. I want it to be about right there, right on the side. And I'm going to attach my yarn. I'm going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then in the third chain from hook, I'm making a single crochet, and then I'm going to make a half double crochet. I hope you guys can see this. Half double crochet in the next, and then a double crochet in those last two. One more. Kind of hard to hold this and film it on camera. Okay, so we have our wing, and I'm just going to work about 1 or 2 spaces over here, and I'm going to attach it. There we go. Clip this off, pull that through. We have our little wing. You're going to want to weave in those ends. So I'm just taking this, weaving it in, weaving in that other end. I love how the little wing just kind of curls up on its own too. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, then you're gonna do the same for the other side. I don't know, should we just do it on camera? So the other side, you're gonna wanna start, so let's see, it ended there. So I'm gonna start a little closer to the eyes on this side, and then it'll attach on this side. Let's try this one more time so we can just show you the absolute finished owl here. So chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna do that single crochet, half double crochet, and then a double crochet in the last 2. Okay. Reaching my hook. Where are we? Over to this spot. Okay. He's so cute. Oh my gosh, these little fuzzies. All right, you would weave in those ends, but seriously, how cute is this? You have your adorable little owl keychain, great for gifting, or keep it for yourself. You can make so many of these with this entire pack of Bernat Velvet Yarn Minis. You got to shop this on Yarnspirations.com. And of course, the pattern for these adorable owls will be on repeatcrafterme.com.